Hey man, let's talk about something you've probably done without even realizing it. Reassuring her over and over again. You tell her you care. You tell her you're not going anywhere. You calm her doubts, answer her questions, ease her anxiety, text her back quickly, explain your every move. You think you're doing the right thing, right? Being a good guy, being transparent, being emotionally available. But then something weird happens. She doesn't appreciate it. In fact, she starts pulling away. She becomes distant, cold, maybe even bored. And you're left wondering, what the hell just happened? Here's the truth. You were never told. Constant reassurance kills attraction. Not because kindness is wrong, but because neediness is. You see, when you're always reassuring her, you're unintentionally communicating one thing: that you need her validation more than she needs yours, that you're trying to manage her emotions, that you're afraid of losing her. And in the deep psychological wiring of attraction, that flips a switch. Because the more you reassure her, the more she doubts you. Not because of what you say, but because of why you're saying it. She senses your fear, your insecurity, your lack of emotional independence. She feels it in the way you explain yourself. Over-text her, check in with just making sure we're good, or backtrack after every disagreement just to restore harmony. It seems sweet, but it's not strength, and women don't respect men who walk on eggshells. Now let's flip the script. What happens when you stop reassuring her? Something changes. Suddenly she starts to feel the gap, the space, the silence, and in that silence something powerful grows: curiosity. She starts wondering why you're not so eager to please anymore. Why you're not jumping to validate her every doubt. And that mystery, that tension, it pulls her in. It activates her emotional brain, the same part of her that's wired to pursue, to solve, to feel. You stop being the guy she knows too well and start being the man she wants to understand again. And here's where it gets deeper. When you stop reassuring her, you show her that you trust yourself. You're not here to fix her insecurities. You're not here to prove your worth every day. You're centered, you know what you bring. You're calm in your presence and clear in your standards. And that, more than any sweet text or spoken promise, is what builds respect. Because attraction isn't built on logic, it's built on perception. And when she perceives you as the man who can walk away, the man who doesn't panic when she withdraws, the man who doesn't need her to feel okay about himself, that's when her feelings intensify. That's when the desire returns. That's when she leans in. Not because you said the perfect thing, but because you stopped trying to. Now let me be clear. This doesn't mean you become cold or distant or rude. It means you stop managing her emotions. You stop playing therapist. You stop explaining your every move. You lead with actions, not over-explaining. You set the tone. You let her come to you. You show love, but you don't beg for it. You don't reassure, you radiate. And when she says, "I just need to know where we stand," you calmly say, "You'll know by how I show up." That's leadership. That's confidence. That's high value. And in that moment, she feels something she can't quite put into words. Safety, polarity, mystery, power. That's the difference between a man she forgets and a man who lingers in her thoughts long after he's gone. Because when you stop reassuring her, you stop feeding the loop of insecurity. You start feeding the loop of desire. She no longer knows exactly where she stands. She has to feel it. She has to sense it. And in doing so, she becomes emotionally invested again. So if you've been over-explaining, over-texting, over-validating, stop. Let the silence speak. Let your calmness be the message. Let her experience the version of you who doesn't flinch. That's when everything changes. That's when she sees you differently. Not as the nice guy, but as the centered man, the grounded presence, the high-value energy. And trust me, brother, once you step into that energy, women won't just be drawn to you, they'll stay drawn to you. Not because you reassured them, but because you made them feel something far more powerful. Certainty, without needing to say a word.